Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. I wanted to check in with the Lakers Spurs a little bit because I want you to be aware of how the Lakers are defending the pick and roll. Now let's be honest here, they're behind the 8 ball, they have way too many injuries to really beat the Spurs, so it's not really going to be the issue, but if there were some tenets on defense and some structure and some philosophy, they would at least give more resistance than they are right now. So I isolated a lot of the pick and roll plays the Spurs are playing. Now, I want to make it clear that there are mistakes and fundamental flaws with the way the Lakers are executing their defense, but also I want to make it clear that what the Spurs are doing on offense is very clever, very well run, and they'll kill you if you give them a chance, which is definitely something worth praising because not many teams run it as well as they do. On this pick and roll, Blake fails to keep Tony Parker from penetrating middle. Watch how Pau has little energy and is standing straight up and down. When Duncan gets it, he doesn't close out and pretty much lets him hit his patented jumper. This was even worse. He can't be tired 4 minutes into the game, yet he looks like he should be starring in Walking Dead on AMC. He's not doing anything out there. Blake needs to force Parker baseline, but instead goes underneath this screen and allows Parker into the middle of the lane. This forces Dwight to contest the shot, but leaves Blake by himself to box out Splitter. A quick pick and roll in transition with Pau again. He doesn't step up, Meta World Peace doesn't react, and Kawhi hits the easiest shot he'll get all game. In comes Manu, and if Morris plans on going underneath the screen and Dwight plans on sagging this low, their vacation will start very, very soon. The Spurs cleverly screen the ball screener, creating a huge gap for Tony Parker to drive into. There was no need for Pau to stand directly behind Dwight, especially since he's leaving Matt Bonner to do one of the only things he's capable of, tossing in bombs. Finally, Blake does a nice job containing Parker on the sideline. The problem is Blake is separated so far from Parker that Gasol has to get much lower than he wants to help contain. This leaves Bonner so open he could practically kick the ball in the basket. Pau glares at Blake. For some reason, the Lakers went away from ice and decided to trap Manu with the slowest guy on the team. A simple slip by Bonner and not even Pau can catch up with him before he hits the jumper. Truly awful effort. To end the quarter, the one guy you don't want shooting is Manu. With the shot clock working against the Spurs, once Manu passes, they'll have to rush a shot. So instead, Pau gives Manu about 12 feet of space. I can only hope Manu said, "Muchas gracias." At this point, the Spurs are just going to kill the Lakers with whomever Pau is guarding. Duncan screens, then rescreens Blake until they've got an open jump shot. You make a mistake and the Spurs will simply kill you. Nash trails Green and ends up on the wrong side of him. Blake does a nice job to help, but Nash exerts enough energy to get in the proper position that Splitter has no trouble erasing him with a screen. Howard has to help, and no one is left to rotate onto Splitter. The Lakers really have a problem when they take Pau out and put in Antoine Jamison, someone who is even worse defensively. Blake forces Parker to his right, and watch how Jamison doesn't even move to help out. Then he does the strangest zombie swipe at him that of course will be called a foul, even if he doesn't touch him. And even when he makes an attempt at rotating over to help, he is completely ineffective. He has no hope of stopping someone as good as Splitter, but look what the Spurs have if Splitter ever decided to swing the ball. Again, Dwight seems content to drop way down on these Tony Parker ball screens. Watch how Pau just stares at the ball, even though his man is one pass away. It wasn't even like he was helping, just staring. Can you hear me shaking my head? So there you have it, sports fans. Pau Gasol is killing them, and he got yanked in the fourth quarter, and they actually made a little bit of a run after he went out because whatever he does on offense isn't going to overcome the issues they're giving up on defense. If you can't guard Matt Bonner, you're in some serious trouble. So I don't think the Lakers are going to make it out of this series, and I think they're going to be lucky to win a game. Blake is now injured, and Nash is going to need another shot, so it's a nightmare season for the Lakers. Mercifully will be over soon. Well, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for lots more coming up at B-Ball Breakdown. And don't forget, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?